All right, y'all, so we're starting a wet sand. We're using the same paper as always. This is the foam backed by Sun Foam Disc Sunmite. You get 10 pieces in the box. It's as close as Mirka as you're going to get. For the price, it's about $30 per box. As you see, already got down here. And I've stopped over there by the decal. Of course, I'm gonna have to get around here by hand. But I got my short throw DA. It's a grits. This is a pretty good tool for wet sanding and polishing with ignition. I got my interface pad on there. You can get that on Amazon, Harbor Freight, or Start's website. And I got this right on top. You never want to use paper right on the hard surface or you're going to have pigtails. So we're starting with 1,000. 1,000 is cutting it pretty good, so we don't have to use 800 at all, thank God. So we're just going to do 1,000. If you've been watching us, we don't even go up to 2,000 and 3,000 anymore since we started polishing with the yellow wool on the rotary. So we'll go ahead and show you how to wet sand. All right, so we got it on speed 3, or it might be 3.5. You just want to keep your patterns consistent. You want to go up and down or side to side. And then once you see that it's starting to dry up on you, you want to go ahead and rinse the surface, rinse your pad. And when using the foam disc, you don't want to have too much water on the surface because the disc is going to hold water since it foams back. If you have too much water, it's going to be too much water between the surface and your paper, and it won't cut like it's supposed to cut. So you want to use very little water when you're using your foamed back disc. Once the surface starts drying up, you'll stop, you'll rinse it, make sure it's good. If you see a spot, do it again. And I'd say this is our section that I started with right here. That's the second section. So after that section, we're going to change to a new piece, do the same thing for the whole entire boat. And spot some areas you'll have to hand sand, like around this right here, the handlebar, that's not gonna fit in there. And then I always hand sand this little lip right here too. I just like perfect results, everybody's different. So we're gonna do that. After we're done wet sanding, you want to tape off bottom paint if you have any bottom paint on the boat that you're working on. Then we're going to start compounding. All right, y'all, after you do your passive wet sanding and you're done and you rinse it off, you don't have to rinse it off, but we do. You want to rinse out this too. Once you do, you want to squeeze it just like that. And then start on your next section and do it just like this. If you do it just like this, it's going to be a piece of cake. See how I'm keeping it nice and slow so it has time to cut. You don't want to press down on it. You just want to give it minimum pressure, not a lot. Because if you do, it won't spin and you'll create pigtails. So it looks like on that section I'm good. I'm gonna go ahead and carry it on here. If you do it too fast, well, if you do it like that, it's not making a full rotation like it should. So you want to make sure you go nice and slow and make sure it puts in all the rotation that it needs in order to cut it out. And I don't have too much water on here. This is just water coming off the pad. And I'm getting the lip the best I can, so maybe I don't have to hand sand it. But if you can't get the lip, you can just hand sand the lip. Okay, so we're done. Now we're gonna rinse it off. And we're going to check up close. Go ahead. If you see any white, you hit it again. If you see white and you don't hit it again, it's just gonna bleed right back through when you go to compound. And that's the easy step of wet sanding.